How's it going, Dopamon fans? The NHL offseason is almost over, so it is time for our hot takes and predictions. If you're a longtime fan of the channel, you know that we made 3 prediction videos last year and even got a few right. So we decided that this year we're going to extend it to every Canadian team. So hit like and subscribe to stick around for more, and don't forget to comment your own predictions down below as we get into my favorite team, the Ottawa Senators, with number 1. Alex DeBrincat scores 50 goals. That's right, I predict Ottawa's biggest new addition to score 50 goals for the first time in his career in his first season with the Sens. Now, DeBrincat has scored 41 goals in 82 games twice in his career, an impressive feat, but 50 goals is another level for any player, but not impossible. In the 2020-2021 COVID-shortened season, DeBrincat was not only above a point per game for the first time in his career, but his goal-scoring pace, extended to an 82-game season, would have been over 50. So, he has scored at a 50-goal pace before, and he's only 24, still growing and able to get better, and on an Ottawa Senators team that projects to be much better than the Chicago Blackhawks have been the past few years, there's a real chance that he scores at that pace again. While he won't be playing with the likes of Patrick Kane, he'll have the opportunity to play with Claude Giroux, Tim Stutzle, maybe even Brady Tkachuk, and Josh Norris. Ottawa's forward core and power play group could be one of the most dangerous in the league. And scoring in the NHL is the highest it's been in years. Last season, there were 4 50-goal scorers, the most since 05-06, which is also the last time there were as many goals. There's opportunity for more 50-goal scorers this year, and DeBrincat is likely to be one of them. Number 2. Tim Stutzle scores 100 points. It only makes sense that if I predict DeBrincat scoring 50 goals, that I also predict his center and line mates aim for 100 points. So in the last 27 games of the season, as he transitioned to center, Tim Stutzle scored 10 goals and 21 assists for 31 points. That's over half his total points in 27 games. That scoring pace, extended to a full 82-game season, would be 94 points. Of course, hot streaks and slumps happen, but Stutzle is only 20 years old and was getting better as the season progressed, so maintaining that scoring pace into next year isn't impossible, especially if he continues to improve his game. And don't forget, as a center last year, his wingers were usually Alex Formenton and Connor Brown, who were good in their own right, but don't compare at all to Alex DeBrincat and Claude Giroux, both NHL veterans that will help guide Stutzle into becoming that top NHL center and score a lot of points along the way. Number 3. Jack Sanderson solidifies his place as a top defenseman. Of course, Ottawa already has their number 1 D in Thomas Chabot, and as both are left-hand shots that play on the left side, it doesn't look like Jack Sanderson is going to take that role anytime soon. But after Chabot, the door is wide open for anybody to take the spot as the second best defenseman on this team. Current RFA Eric Brandstrom hasn't taken that next step. Veteran Nick Holden, while a good defensive presence, is just too old for that role, and new additions like Jacob Larson and Christian Rubens likely aren't cut out for it. Even on the right side, there are concerns with veterans like Travis Hamonic and Nikita Zaitsev and whether they can handle top minutes, or if young prospects like Jacob Bernard Docker and Lassie Thompson are ready for even regular minutes at the NHL level. So, for Ottawa, it's by necessity that Jack Sanderson step into that role and solidify their D-core. He doesn't have to be perfect out of the gate, but by the end of the season already have that kind of veteran presence that secures Ottawa's D-core as they make a big playoff run for the first time since 2017. And He wouldn't be the first defenseman to step onto the ice and make an immediate impact. Cale Makar, Quinn Hughes, Miro Heiskanen, all great examples of recent D that have entered the league and raised expectations quickly, and I see no reason why Jake Sanderson can't be added to that list as well. Number 4. Ottawa is top 10 in both goals for and against. Last season, Ottawa was 26th in goals for and 22nd in goals against, so this prediction is a huge leap. With the 227 goals they scored last season, they would have needed to score 48 more to be tied with Washington, whose 275 goals was 10th in the league. Now, with complicated hockey analytical arithmetic known as addition and subtraction, adding just my predicted 50 goals from DeBrincat to Ottawa would put them in that position. Assuming they're a better team, that players like Tim Stutzle and Josh Norris improve, and with fellow additions like Claude Giroux scoring, it's easy to predict that Ottawa finishes top 10 in scoring. But goals against is another story. Their defense is suspect and goaltending still questionable, but one thing is certain is that they are better than last year. By how much is yet to be determined though. I think Jake Sanderson is going to make a huge impact. I also think that Jacob Bernard-Docker and Lassie Thompson are going to find consistent NHL roles, but really, after Sanderson, there isn't any big addition to Ottawa's D-core that promises huge improvement, like from their forward group does, so my prediction here is really based on hope more than anything. But there's a little bit of a different story for goaltending. Anton Forsberg has proven he's more than just a backup and can handle the pressures of being a starter. Last year he posted a winning record of 22, 17, and 4 with a .917 save percentage for an awful Ottawa Senators team. Hopefully he won't have to play as much, as Ottawa traded out Matt Murray and acquired Cam Talbot from Minnesota, but with an improved Ottawa team in front of him, Forsberg can be expected to put up an even better record this year than last. And I'll admit, I don't love Cam Talbot, never have, and now that he's 35, I don't expect him to get better all of a sudden. But it's still a huge improvement over Matt Murray from last year. Talbot isn't meant to be part of their long-term future, but short-term success, I can deal with that, and he can absolutely be part of an incredible goaltending tandem with Forsberg that shuts down the opposing offense just enough to keep Ottawa in top 10 for goals against. This part of the prediction is the least likely, but that's what hot takes are for. Number 5. Ottawa advances to the second round of the playoffs, beating the Toronto Maple Leafs along the way. What a story it would be if the Ottawa Senators managed to get deeper in the playoffs than their historic provincial rivals, the Toronto Maple Leafs, who themselves haven't made it to the second round since they beat the Ottawa Senators back in 2004. Short history lesson, between 2000 and 2004, these teams met 4 times, and each time, the Leafs won, leaving them with a playoff curse that hasn't been broken since. And, during that time, Ottawa has had more playoff success in these past years, making it to the playoff finals in 2007 and semifinals in 2017, though, while Toronto has been the better team in the past few seasons, they've had 0 playoff success, failing to win a round or qualifying round in each of the last 6 seasons. So, for the Sens to completely upset the Leafs with a 7th first round exit in a row would be the cherry on top of a successful rebuild for the Ottawa Senators, and is my final prediction for this video. So, thank you so much for watching. Remember that these predictions are just my personal opinion, so let me know what you think in the comment section down below, as well as drop your own predictions. Of course, check out the rest of our predictions that we're going to have on Canadian teams. We're Dopamon, my best friend and I talk hockey news, analysis, we got mock drafts and scouting reports, and lots of fun hockey stuff like EA NHL content as well, so hit like and subscribe to stick around for more dope hockey content. Peace.